engaging with your CDF. That's quickfire. And right now we shift gears to Rabat, Morocco, where of course Kenya's Ferdinand Omanyala came second in the 100 meters, an action that went down last night, even as Wanyonyi also put a brave show in the men's 800 meters. Take a look at how action went down in Rabat, Morocco.
Tobogo, the Olympic champion at 200 in 6, fourth from left.
Third.
I thought there was a little twitch there from Simbine, but he gets away with it, going really well. Omanyala at the moment. Omanyala third from the top, easing away. Simbine too, looking strong through the second half. Simbine the strongest. Omanyala second, and between them, Fred Curley a close third. 9.95.
Looked a little bit lethargic for me, and just adds to what I didn't think was a great run necessarily in Doha. The 200 his best event, obviously, but he's normally better than this. Just doesn't look sharp at all, Tobogo. So, this point though, Sabine has just got that momentum. Curley comes back into it over the last 20 metres, but Sabine, the more all-rounded sprinter at the minute, just gets up to good speed fairly quickly, maybe not out of the blocks as quick as Omanyala. We know how fast he is over that first 20-25 metres.
After his 9.93 back in late April, really good, strong, competitive 100 there with Simbine.
Yeah, very good. He's been in great form, hasn't he? Continuing it, as you said, Tim, and it's just always a question of whether he takes it through. And
well, away they go. Now, the pacemakers, well, they've been asked to go out at 2:39, which is sub-8-minute pace. Bouassel for the first kilometre, and then a slightly slower second kilometre, 5:23 at 2K, would put them on schedule for about 8:04. You say he has to deliver. Well, he has done on the last 3 occasions, last 3 years. 22, 23, 24. He's going for his 4th consecutive win here, is El Bakkali, the darling of this crowd, their Olympic champion. They've embraced him. Back to this steeplechase then, still single file up at the front end with what, some 9 men up there. El Bakkali in 3rd place, just loping along with those long legs. When he took gold in Tokyo back in 2021 in the steeplechase, he ended 37 years of Kenyan dominance in that particular discipline, and then he had the audacity to retain that title last year in Paris in spectacular style.
He's been back and forwards. He keeps always doing mini sprints because he keeps seeing the gaps appear and he doesn't want to get left, so they're well strung out.
Well, El Bakkali in 2nd place is clinging on to the pink coattails of Kones, Wilberforce Chemiat Kones, give him his full name, the pacemaker. What a good job he's done.
It's beginning to look better for him.
Well, they were looking for 5:23 at 2000, and it was better than that. It was 5:21.1. It's super fast. Now Bakkali, his last race was a 5K on the road in Monaco. As El Bakkali goes through the bell, just inside 7 minutes. Rupert trying to close. El Bakkali under a bit of threat here in the crowd with their hearts in their mouths. But trying to come back, and he's going to just run out of track. What a brilliant run from El Bakkali. What an astonishing run from Rupert. And look at that, just outside 8 minutes. But it is a new world lead, and Rupert has smashed the European record. There's no doubt about that. 8:00.70 there for El Bakkali. And Frederick Rupert, there's a new name to pay attention to. 8:15 these days internationally.
Very quick, we're heading.
And of course, that's part of the action last night in Morocco. And Shitara, I start with you. I watched the 100-meter sprint, and wow, those guys took off the blocks. Simbine, actually, the South African man, beat Omanyala to gold, but Omanyala came out second.
I think it's a good outing. Going by what Omanyala has been doing in the last 7 months, I think he's picking up, even with his age. I think we are comfortable with that. Let him build on it and try and get something out of the World Athletics Championship. Probably a gold or silver. It will be good enough for him. And also, with the kind of speed that he's trying to pick up as he finishes, I think he can transition in 200 very well. 200.
You think so?
Yeah. He can transition in 200 very well. Let him try it. He once had that option. Tulimpiga hapa sana, but I can advise him to take up the challenge.
What came out for me, what I picked in that race yesterday, his starting was very good. He came off the blocks quite well.
I think Sila, Omanyala has done a lot in his takeoff, in his takeoff training. We can see there a lot of improvement. However, in between, 100 meters in between the 50 meters mark, you can see he's struggling. Then he comes back trying to win the race. However, what Shitera is saying, you are running away from Simbine and now you're going to Tebogo. Now it's
for the record, in that sprint there was the Olympic gold medalist, Tebogo, the Botswana man.
Yeah.
Remember when he won that, they declared a public holiday.
Yeah.
true. And he won the 200 meters actually.
Yeah, he won the 200. Actually, he was not even among the top 3.
Actually, I saw a clip where Wanyonyi was interviewing him, like he was trying to interview him, Tobacco, and he was saying that Wanyonyi was like, what are you telling the Botswana people? And he said, we are not doing this for Botswana, we are doing this for Africa. Like this is
the competition is in Africa.
The competition is in Africa, but when we go even in the Olympics, we are not doing it for Botswana or Kenya or anyone. If we win anything, we're winning this for Africa.
Yes. Now, I said this, but this is a disclaimer at the risk of sounding racist. These shorts, the sprints are dominated genetically by blacks. Yes. So whether we do it for Africa, we do it for the Americans.
We are still Africa.
It's
still ours.
It's still ours. Now, my input on this is that Omanyala is competition-wise. I don't know what now coaches need to have to do. Because initially when he started, we were like, your takeoff has issues. Right now he's worked on his takeoff. Again, we are having some sort of discomfort in terms of finishing. But that is how competition is. It's just that his competitors are also doing some things right. So he just needs to consistently continue working on himself as he prepares for the next championship. Actually,
the challenge now for Fadi, and he promised to be here when he returns, is the World Championship coming up in Japan.
Yes.
Remember, he's done well in this kind of races, the indoor races, the Diamond Leagues. He's the champion, the Commonwealth game. He's Africa's fastest man. But remember what happened in France, in Paris, the Olympic Games. He was not able to bag a medal. That's what's really eluding him. Now, going to the Worlds, the aim for Fadi and the expectation is he able to bring back home a gold or a silver, basically a podium place finish.
I am rooting for him. I do not see anything that will curtail his ambition to do that. At least it will be fair. It will be fair for him. The goals of athletics should release our boy and allow him to do that.
Absolutely. And you know the beauty when you win at the big stage like even Olympics, being just on the podium, it changes everything, even in the finances. Because even your appearance fee at any event also grows. It becomes very bumper. And this is how these athletes are making money. Remember Eliud Kipchoge, Kenyans were slamming Eliud Kipchoge for not retiring and for competing at the recent marathon in London. He finished 6th. But unbeknownst to many Kenyans, he took home 18 million. Appearance fee.
Yeah. But something that Shitera has pointed out is like, can Omanyala start doing the maybe 200?
The transition.
Or transition to 200 maybe, or...
Are we really sure about that? Because
I'm saying we're not...
We saw him do very well in
150.
Yes. Just a difference of 50 meters.
So you think
he can do well in 200 because as you said, the finishing, its power, it's a little bit shaky or sluggish. But again, if you are in 200, you can do that and then pick up and continue with the rest. So let's we're not putting ideas in his head as si tunasema tu kama mafans.
Because of what we have seen. But he's also doing well in 100 meters. As Wakili said, he only needs to work on his strategies in terms of picking up and finishing. He's starting very well. Picking up, probably he should work on his breathing. I did some 100 meters.
And again, let's say long distance runners from outside are doing their races here. They are doing their practice here. Why does Omanyala have to? See, aende tu hapo USA afanye na wengine.
Ben, Swila, we have to give credit where it's due. And I think the men to beat this season in athletics, it's Omanyala, Tebogo, and then Simbine.
And Wanyonyi.
But in the short distance. In short distance. I saw a clip the other day, someone saying Omanyala is breathing fresh air to the new athletes, the upcoming athletes, you know, because of what he has been doing, even in the 4x1 for a relay. So we have to give credit to Omanyala. Yes, it's a bit tough out there in the international stage, but still I can assure you Omanyala will have a podium finish when we come at the end of the season.
I like that optimism. We now have to change gears.